We're going to install a lead generation engine into a new business. I have a free calculator that I built in this checklist, and we're going to figure out what is my startup costs, how many initial leads do I need to buy, how many inboxes do I need to set up, how many domains do I need to set up. So if you don't already have your offer nailed down, then I think a great place to start is on Hormozi's value equation. I'm not going to go over it because it's been covered in countless YouTube videos at this, but I am going to touch on the problem this particular offer is solving. So something that I noticed, to be honest with you, noticed with myself, but also with other business owners, is that people are on a content hamster wheel. It's so much work to produce all of this content, especially short form videos. It's like you're constantly having to dance for the algorithm. And I don't know about you, but I hate that, number one, because it feels like my time is now a slave to this new job of producing viral short form clips to be reused. And so what if there was a way to produce these without me, to produce these in such a way that they still go viral on organic and you can use them for ads? They provide valuable content to our target audience, but I wasn't required. And I think the dream outcome is like, can I produce short form videos that actually get leads, and to do so in such a way that doesn't actually hurt the brand? Because if it hurts the brand, it's not worth doing. So it needs to feel authentic. It needs to actually be scripted to go viral. It needs to be able to test different hooks and iterate on them. Like I said, it has to provide value. And so how do I define value? Unique insights to the target audience. So it shouldn't be things that are so generic that AI can come up with it. It needs to be like actually unique, like deep insights. If this system that we are developing can produce 2 to 3 of these types of videos per day that we can post across channels and use for ads, then I think it can get leads and hopefully do so without me. So what is the solution? Well, to do something like this, the solution that we're engineering for this business is to clone your voice, clone your avatar, and collect a bunch of B-roll footage. Then to train a talented editor to stitch those together and animate them. So that way, we give the content creator the custom trained AI that is trained on viral script writing, and then preload it with a knowledge base of your stories, your accomplishments, your case studies, and your brand's unique style. If we can do all of that, and the editor is basically just preloading everything into the AI, getting a script that is customized to your brand's style, that is also targeted to go viral, and then all you have to do is review and approve it, that would be worth doing. Right? Because then you could test infinite hooks. You don't have to sit there and record them. The AI voice clone can record it or iterate tone or emotion. Your face is still being used if you clone the AI avatar. The reason you collect B-roll is so that the business owner can chop out the parts that don't look real. Because let's be honest, AI is not all it's cracked up to be. Some parts just look fake and they hurt authenticity. So if we can do all of that, and then we have a custom trained AI writer on viral scripts from the most viral scripts on the platforms and a knowledge base of stories, then we should be able to have an editor take those tools and literally be able to produce 2 to 3 videos per day that have unique insights, that have my voice, that have my face, and that are edited in such a way that people actually get value from them and feels authentic. If we can do that 2 to 3 per day, then we can run ads against those videos and ultimately get leads against those videos without me having to lift a finger. All it requires is a one-time setup. And I love those. I love those one-time setups. So that is kind of the solution that we are engineering. So in short, like if I had to simplify this offer to like a few words, it's AI tools plus talent plus content system. All I mean by a content system is like trained on mining viral content and iterating and replicating that in your brand's unique style. Okay, so in order to get people interested in this offer, we need a lead magnet. But before I talk about the lead magnet, let me talk about the offer. So the offer is really to install an in-house. So in-house meaning like it's not an agency. We're not charging $3,000 a month. It's a one-time install. So this is a one-time fee. It gets them an automated short system installed in their business that can get leads without them ever having to record again. It does so without hurting their brand. Let's say we charge $3,000 for this one-time setup. Their operating costs, meaning like their ongoing costs for implementing the system, will be the cost of the talent, so the editor, $1,000 a month, plus the cost of subscriptions, which is probably going to amount to about $100 a month. How do we get people to choose this offer? So we got to add some risk reduction in there. We'll give them a full refund if we run the system for 90 days and they get 0 leads. It's like a 3-month. Most people give 30 days, right? So we're giving 3 months. You run this system for 3 months, and if it gets you no leads, and we'll know it if it gets leads or doesn't get leads based on unique links that we track, then, they can get a full refund. The other thing I would say is we are going to reduce risk by promising them to stay on and manage the talent until the talent hits their KPIs. So we're going to have a certain number of videos published per day. We're going to have a certain number of view duration on these videos, or swipe away percentage, to really optimize the talent, understanding how to go viral on the platforms, how to get attention. And so if we're able to engineer that and get them hitting their KPIs, then after 90 days, really after 30 to 60 days, they shouldn't need us. But we're going to promise the client we're staying on for 90 just until we get the system working so they don't feel like they're being left hanging. So that's the offer. All right. I want to run you through what it would take to set up a business like this. I have a free calculator here as part of this setup checklist. Once you click on this link, it'll take you to the calculator. And the goal of this, it's going to show you how much you need to pay in your setup costs, how much additional revenue you should expect. It's going to show you how many leads do you need to purchase initially to run this system, how many inboxes you need set up, and how many domains you need set up. And there are other things that you can play with here. Like if you know your close rate, your call show rate, other metrics around your business, then you can plug them in here, or you can run different scenarios. For the time being, I'm going to keep this video simple, which is I just want to show you the efficiency of cold email as compared to, say, something like Facebook ads. And if you're seeing my screen, you can already see the answer here. But let's walk through it together. So there's 2 inputs that are required on this page, just 2. What's your ticket price, basically? And how many clients do you want per month? So for us, since it's a one-time offer, I'm just going to put my ticket price here. Now, if you sell something recurring, I don't know, say you're an accountant or somebody that keeps people on retainer, like a software that charges people $3,000 a month or something like that. If that's you, then essentially you would put your LTV here because that's going to give you a better view of your annualized revenue. Just to give you guys a sense, in short, of the efficiency of this system is, let's say we wanted to close 7 clients, which for this particular business, I think we could deliver on 7 clients a month, placing the talent, training them, implementing the system, customizing their brand story, the AI tools for their particular brand, managing the talent. So let's say we want to close 7. Well, how many leads would we need to start with? Well, we'd probably need to scrape 30,000 leads because remember, once you clean the list, it's not going to be 30,000. It's going to get down closer to 15, 16,000. And that depends on where you get your leads from. Again, we'll talk about that in a separate training. But more importantly, we need to set up our domains and our inboxes. So I need to purchase 10 domains. And the reason I need to purchase 10, as you can see here, is because one of them will be primary and the rest will be my secondaries. So we never send out emails from our primary, but we always need one inbox set up for that. So that's why there's one inbox for the primary and one domain for the primary. But for all your secondaries, those will have 2 inboxes each, and then we can set those up that way. Okay, so that's why we need 19 inboxes. So you see if you add these numbers here, 19, and that's why we need 10 domains. And the rest of this, if you want to understand a little deeper about the monthly maintenance, a lot of it is subscriptions. So you have to pay per inbox that you maintain. That's number 1. You got to add and replenish your list. So I'm assuming here you're replenishing 10K worth of leads every month. But if you have a higher number, you can tweak that. And then you need to pay for the softwares. The first software is going to do all your automations, host everything. The second one is your sender. It's going to automate your sequences, warm up your inboxes. So that's the cost breakdown of what it takes to run this system. I can hear a devil's advocate out there, which is like someone's going to say, well, Nick, in your monthly expenses, truthfully, like unless you plan on managing that inbox yourself, you're going to need to hire somebody. To which I say, fair point. And so a good reasonable estimate for hiring an inbox manager, and I'm overshooting it here, is something like $1,000 a month. Initially, if you do it yourself, you'll get a feel of what it's like to manage the inbox, and then you can hire somebody and train them to do it. And that way, all you're doing is booking calls. But let's say you hired somebody to do that, which is like $1,000. Your ROAS is still an insane 14, right? Now, if you've ever ran ads, like you don't get this type of ROAS on Facebook. Let's say somebody's really good at Facebook marketing and they can get you leads at $20 a lead, right? That would be considered pretty good. Even if they can get you leads at, I don't know, 15 a lead, like amazing. They're the best of the best. Your ROAS is still not even close to what you're getting on cold email. Again, I'm not saying don't run Facebook ads. What I'm saying is run cold email first, produce your YouTube content to improve your show rate on the calls. Statistic I heard is like Hormozy was joking around. He was like, my show rate is 100%, because who is not going to show up to a call with Hormozy? They would be crazy not to. And so the more authority you build in your space, the higher your show rate. And so these metrics get better as you produce content. So for me, it makes sense to just start the cold email, then while it's warming up, produce content for those 14 days. Once you start sending out cold emails, producing content, getting on calls, your content will start to get better because you develop the feedback loop. You're now in a position where you're signing deals, closing clients, where you can actually afford to run Facebook ads. Let's just say, again, you're the best of the best. To just match the amount of leads you're getting from cold email, it would cost you $2,500 a month. And that's at a really, really good cost per lead. Let's just say you were not that good at it and it costs you like $35 a lead. Well, you'd need to pay close to $6,000 a month just to get the same amount of leads you're getting from cold email, which is a lot. And by the way, this $6,000 does not even include the agency to run your creative, to go into your ad manager and figure out how to click the buttons and set everything up, to spin up the different campaigns. I didn't even include any labor cost in this. This is just what you pay Facebook. Yes, of course, I'm not telling you don't do Facebook ads, but I'm just telling you the efficiency of the cold email system and the YouTube content will help you get the revenue. Once you get the revenue, then you start putting it towards Facebook ads, because again, you'll know what content clicks so you can produce better ads. And number two, you'll have the cash to actually fund it or hire an agency to do it for you. And so that's the setup. Hopefully that makes sense. In the next video, what we'll go through is how we actually set up these inboxes and the domains so that you don't land in spam. See you on the other side. Bye.